Hey everybody, this video I'm going to be drawing Bombshell Harley Quinn. So I'm going to start here with her head, the circle, and I'm going to have it kind of tilted down to the side a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and do in here kind of do a quick rough idea of the pose I'm going to do and then go back and add the details to it. Alright, so I've got the head, I'm going to have the neck coming down here, line on both sides, and then I'm going to do this round curve to kind of give it some shape. And here, I'm going to put in the collarbones to set up where I'm going to have the upper body going. This kind of helps me line them up when I put the collarbones in there, because then I can put the center line in. And for females, since the shapes are a little different than males, there's kind of like a tapering to the hips and then it comes back out. So I'm going to show you guys sometimes what I do for females. So here's my center line, and it's going to kind of be coming this way, and then going to be, I'll show you. So I'll draw a line here, and this is going to kind of be to the bottom to like where the hips will be. And so here's the outside of that, and then the other side is going to be coming from the same spot up here, like where the shoulder is, and bring it down. And so this is kind of where that's going to be. So that's that shape, and that's like the upper body, the chest area and the abdomen. And then this is going to be the hip part. It's almost like, it's not quite a triangle, but it kind of is. When you're kind of looking at it, it's kind of like a triangle. So like, since her hips, she's kind of got one hip sticking out to the left, like a little higher. That's going to come out up here, and like the ab or the rib cage and everything is going to come down to here. But on this side, since the hip is elevated on this side, it's going to be lower on this side. So that's where this line is. Notice how if I draw this line across, you can see that it's lower. So there's that. And now for the legs, I'm going to kind of come out here a little wide. Like for a male leg, you might just go straight down, but for here, I'm going to come out off the hip. And then this leg is, I'm going to have this leg kind of like coming in front of that other one. Okay, so now I've got the legs in there. Now I'm going to do the rest of the chest and then put in the arms. And so I'm going to put her chest in there. I actually did this a little higher than I wanted to, so I'm going to kind of bring that down a little bit, have it down here. Okay. That's why I like to draw lightly in this phase, because if I want to move things, I can. And so like, I brought this down a little bit because it was a little too high. Okay, so I'm going to have her holding her hammer. So I'm going to put in the arms to kind of place them where I want the hammer to be. I'm going to start with this arm. I'm going to put the hand right here, a little rectangle for the hand. So here's her arm, her forearm coming down to the elbow. So now how we have this one right here. So now I need to line the hammer up with the other hand. So I'm going to draw that line there to kind of show me where I need my hand to come in at. And so I'm going to have the shoulder here again. It's a little rounded curve coming off the edge of the collarbone like that. I'm going to draw it out here to her elbow, and then here is the forearm coming down to the wrists, just like a cylinder, like the upper arm down to the hand. Okay, so now we've got the The squares for the hands. We've got the body basically in here. Fix that a little bit. Darken these lines to kind of tighten up the form or solidify it. So now we've got the basic figure, and now we're going to go in and start doing the details. And I did this a little darker so you guys can see all the lines and shapes and everything, but normally it would be a little lighter at this phase, and then I would go into the details at this point and kind of darken things where I'm more confident. So I'm going to start in with the face with the details. I'm going to start with the eyebrows. Those are going to help me set up where I'm going to place the nose and the rest of the features on the face. Come down. You got like a little triangle shape right here for the nose. Alright, I'm going to put the ear here. You probably might be able to see a little bit of this ear too, so I'll put a little curve right there too. Maybe put some earrings in there. Alright, so now I'm going to do the eyes. The female eyes, I do a much darker outline. Just kind of give them more weight, like makeup or something. Throw her eyes in there. Now let's go ahead and put her mouth. And also for females, I kind of do more curvy faces, not as straight edged. It's a little more rounded from the down the jawline to the chin. Alright, I'm going to have her smiling, so do that big bottom lip. Alright, now I'm going to start with her hair. So in the Bombshell's design, she wears these goggles on her head. She's got this bomber jacket. So I'm going to do like this tuft of hair in the front that kind of comes all the way over to this side right here, and the rest of it just going to come right here, and just going to see a little bit right there. So that's the first part of the hair I'm going to do, and now I'm going to put the goggles on the top of her head. And it's almost like the way that she wears the goggles, it's almost like she's got a headband on. So like it kind of will just kind of work like that almost a little bit. And she's got her her pigtails. This is the back part of her hair, and then we're gonna put the pigtails on each side. So you do like a big curve right here. It's almost like a backwards S. You're gonna come like this, and then right here you're just gonna kind of do the same thing. And I've got just a couple curves where it comes all out to points right here. And you're gonna kind of do the reverse thing on the other side. It's the same idea, but instead of the backward S, it's gonna be like a normal S. You're gonna do the same thing, except you're not gonna be able to really see the whole thing behind it because of the way the head's turned. But you're gonna also come to these little points right here and do that same thing over here. So now we've got her hair. We're just gonna keep on plugging along to the details. She's got like this little choker necklace that this costume has, and she wears this like dog tag necklace. I'm gonna throw that there too. She's got like it's like a bikini top under her jacket, I guess. It's typical Harley Quinn. One side is black and the other's red, but she wears this bomber jacket. So this is kind of like the collar of it comes down on each side, and it usually kind of falls behind her chest, so it's not covering that up. And then she's got sleeves rolled up, and she's got these red gloves that she wears. So for the sleeve, I'm just kind of it's a rectangle, but it's curved instead of straight. So I've got a curve here, and then just down on each side. And I'm doing the same thing for the gloves right here. Then you're just gonna do that on the other side. Now I'm doing this on this side just to kind of complete the exercise, but this hammer is gonna cover that, and I'll get to doing the hammer in a second. When I do the hammer, I'm gonna turn the page too, because it's much easier for me to do lines up and down than sideways. and I've talked about this in inking, but when you're doing lines, like especially long lines like that, if you want to freehand them, it's best to do them, to turn the page, to do them from the angle that you feel the most confident stroke, and that way you're not going to come up with like a jittery line. The line will look better if you just turn the page and do it the way you're most confident. Okay, this is she's got like those little diamonds on the red side, and then this would be the black side of her outfit. And another cool thing about Harley's design on Bombshell's line is I've read a little bit of the Bombshell's stories, but I don't know too much about it. Mainly I've just used it for reference for costumes when I was working on a Bombshell's project. So I didn't read too much of it. I read a little bit of it, but so she wears a Batman's utility belt sometimes. I'm not really sure how she acquired it, but if you look up Bombshell Harley, in a lot of the pictures you find, you will see her wearing that. She also wears these shorts I'm gonna put on here. And it's the same thing like with the jacket. We're doing the same shape, it's just bigger here. So it's the rectangle, but you got a straight line, and you got a curved line, and a curved line underneath it. It's the same line, just space it out. Then you draw the lines on each side. Alright, so now we've got gonna do this hammer real quick, and then I'll do the detail in her hands. But so like I said, I'm gonna turn this page. I'm gonna kinda just I'm gonna freehand the line, because this is just a sketch, so it's okay if it's not perfect. If we want to, tighten this up even more when we're inking or something, we can add a ruler to get a perfect line. So I'm gonna throw the hammer in here, her giant mallet. So that to do the mallet, the way that I have it turned, how you would do it is you draw this line here, and we'll draw this other line here, and then you have this curve right here. Then you're gonna do that same curve right here, but you can see the front side of it, so you're gonna also have to do the curve on the opposite side to do this cylinder, so you can give it some weight to it. Alright, so now we've got Harley and her hammer, so let's just finish up the fingers real quick. Just add those fingers in there. Short thumb coming out a little bit. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure she's got 4 fingers. As long as you're wanting to draw 5, counting the thumb, but the 4 fingers in the fist. As long as that's how you're wanting to draw her. And there you have Bombshell Harley Quinn. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you like the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be notified when more of my videos drop. Thank you so much for watching.